Hello, welcome to today's episode on Pathway with Victor Itonya. I'm blessed to have you share with us on today's episode because today we'll be talking about 7 money habits that separate the rich from the poor. I know money is something everybody wants to talk about because we all need money. I like that song that says, money, 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 more money, 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 money. But the truth is this, listen to this. 2 persons earn the same salary. Year after year, 10 years after, one is financially free, the other is drowning in debt. What do you think makes the difference? Beloved, it was not the income because both of them were earning the same amount of money. The truth is that your financial habits matters a lot. How do you spend your money? Wealth is not a miracle. Wealth is a habit. I take it again. Wealth is not a miracle. Wealth is a habit. Proverbs 21 verse 5 says this. It says, the plans of the diligent leads surely to abundance. Beloved, God blesses discipline, not disorder. Many of us do not have any limits when it comes to spending money. In fact, it looks like the moment money enters your hand, you have 10,000 reasons to spend money. And listen, no matter how much money you make, if you have that kind of mindset, you will always be in need of money. So I want to give you some financial habits of wealthy people, which many poor people take for granted, and they don't apply it at all. Do you know there are some people that every month, the moment they receive their money, they pay everybody else and then they are broke. And then they're waiting for the next payday. For a number of years, I worked in the financial industry, and I realized that even those working in big organizations that are earning so much money, before the 7th of the next month, they're already broke. For people who just got paid 2 weeks earlier. So it's not the amount of money you earn, it is your financial habits. If you do not have clear things that you have left structured, so this, I want you to make sure as you listen to the end, please listen to the end and share this with a brother, a sister, share this with a friend who needs to learn how to manage their resources. Because, sometimes when people around us cannot manage what they have, it affects those of us around them. Because you have to step in to make sure that you help them out. And the truth is, how long will you continue to do that? That's why it's important. We must learn the financial habits of wealthy people. The first thing they do, wealthy people, is that they pay themselves first. What does it mean to pay themselves first? Poor people spend first, and then when anything is left, they now save. Do you know that government does not consult you to take tax from your salary? The moment your salary is drawn, they pay your tax. And then after that, they give you what is left. So, why can't you also pay yourself first? Rich people pay themselves first, and then they spend later. What does it mean to pay yourself? You need to set aside money in form of savings. There are people who have worked for 15, 20 years. They don't have any form of savings. They are glad they have a job. The unfortunate thing is, if any event happened where you were sick and you are not able to continue in that work, or that job now there is a layoff, disengagement, or whatsoever, and you leave that job, how are you going to survive? People have worked for 10 years, they don't have money saved that can keep them for 5-6 months. They don't have quick money. That is a disaster. The truth is that Proverbs chapter 6 verse 6 says this. He said, go to the ant The amazing thing about this ants, it says that in that scripture, he said the ants, they don't have any king. They don't have any captain, no ruler, no overseer. Yet, they provide their own supplies. In the summer, they gather because they know winter is coming. Listen, friend, in your life, a season of winter is coming when you will not be able to work as much as you are doing right now. That's when you need to put strategically, intentionally, put money aside. Make savings an intentional lifestyle. Many of us will believe that, what is there to save? Is it this small salary that somebody will save? How many times have you repeated that over and over? But can't you see what's happening in your life? Save a portion of your income, no matter how small. The truth is this: our mindset works according to what we have. The moment you tell yourself, even if you are earning only 30,000 naira, 50,000 naira, and you decide to say you are putting this amount aside as a savings, your mind automatically calibrates itself to understand that this is what we will go to live with. And you have to discipline yourself to make sure that you live within that. So what are we saying here? Save a portion of your income, no matter how small. Number 2 habit of wealthy people, they invest consistently. Listen, friend, the poor save money. The rich make money work for them. Money should be a servant and not a master. When you have saved, then a portion of that money that you have saved aside, get some of it and invest in something that will be generating income. Many of us have money in our current accounts. Some people have up to 1 million, 2 million lying down in their current account. What is that money doing there? There must be a plan to invest it. If you don't have any immediate plan for it, move it to a savings account, a high yield interest earning account. Move it to somewhere that will bless your life. At least, if nothing, the little interest that is coming will be able to pay for all the financial services that is being deducted from your account. Listen to me, friend. Begin to invest intentionally. Rich people make money work for them. Now, can't you see in many big investors, many corporate leaders, many people in our society today, can't you see, while we are all celebrating Happy New Year and jumping and clapping, and say this year is going to be amazing, they have sat down. In fact, January, many of them, what they will yield for the year, they've already invested in January. And they are waiting for they're waiting for the inflow. Some 3 months, some 6 months, some 1 year, and some longer term. This is a perspective that they have been putting their lives on. I want to advise you, friend, lifestyle. Your lifestyle means a lot. The 3rd habit, they live below their means. You need to intentionally live below your means. Hear this, friend. Lifestyle inflation is a silent killer. Lifestyle inflation is a silent killer. Many people look rich, but they are practically poor. What a misnomer. You are not the car that you drive. You are not the clothes that you wear. As appealing as looking good as you are, that's not what keeps you. I heard the story of a man who was driving a very fantastic car, and each time he passed the gate, people will wave at him and they will celebrate him. One day he was in another car and he passed that gate and he didn't see anybody wave him or anything. And he was wondering, what is the difference? What is the difference? Listen, the difference is this. When people are waving you in that car, it's not because they love you. You know what they are wishing? That wave is that they are wishing that they wish they were the ones driving that kind of car. That's what people, when people see your outfit, oh, they admire it. But you know what they are praying? They wish that they are the one wearing those kind of clothes. So stop living a life trying to impress people. Number 4th reason, they build multiple income streams. Wealthy people make it a habit in life to invest in multiple income streams. I told you that January, institutions are looking at markets. They're looking at investment portfolios. They're looking at the flow of currency. They're looking at how exchange rates are going to move. They're looking at government policies. They're looking at tariffs here and there. They're looking at product supply chain management. They're looking at infrastructure. They're looking at things. And money is moving from place to place. Why? Because they want to improve their margins. The moment they see an environment where there are tax breaks and those environments have clear opportunities to make money, money is moving from continent to continent. And I think we need to be strategic as a nation. We need to be strategic as a family. We need to be strategic as individuals. We need to be strategic as Church of God. People of God, we need to be strategic and invest wisely. Build multiple income streams. The Bible says Joseph did not only depend on one source of storage of the harvest. He had multiple cities, places where storage was made. That was a practical example of perfect supply chain management. So that there was no disconnect. Any community environment, they have the nearest place to go to get their stock. So he was able to meet the needs of the people. Very strategic. Listen, friends, when you depend on only one source of income, and that source is not continual, it means that there is something you need to do about it. Does it mean that we should leave that one? Absolutely not. While you are working on that one, I want you to now begin to think of how you can place money in other places that it will be generating revenue. That is very critical for your success. Number 5, they learn continuously. Many people believe that they already know too much. And that's one of the biggest challenges we have in our days, in these days and times. People believe that they already know much. You say, what are you going to tell me? What are you going to tell me? Hosea chapter 4 verse 6 says, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Beloved, ignorance is very, very expensive. Many people believe that paying for learning is too expensive. But the fact is that not knowing will cost you far more than what you will pay to learn. How many of you plan this year that you will attend a financial management class where you will have this? Listen, the university every one of us attended taught us only how to what? Go get a good job and earn money. There's no university in the world that teaches anyone how to manage their money. So you see, there are professional doctors, excellent lawyers, excellent engineers, excellent doctors, people doing so well in many places. But when it comes to financial management, they are very poor, skilled, very poor trained in that area. So you see, there's a lot of wastage. That is why this year, I want you to make it a point in time to attend, hear me again, attend a financial management class. Attend or buy books and read to develop yourself in those areas. Number 6 habit is what? Wealthy people avoid bad debt. Now, many people say that, well, I don't borrow at all. I would rather work with my own money. I don't agree with that. My perspective is there is good debt and there is a bad debt. What is a good debt? Any debt that you can borrow to do a job and be able to pay back without eating that money is a good debt. Any debt that you would borrow and you use to buy things and eat, that is a bad debt because you will not be able to pay back. So, you see, wealthy people, they are not afraid. Big multinationals, they are borrowing hundreds of billions of naira. Why? Because they know that what they are investing in will be able to bring the profit plus the capital. So they will be able to pay interest from that and not be bothered about it. As a matter of fact, wise people say, keep your money and work with borrowed capital. Because when you have money and you put your money on an investment that is yielding income, you borrow money. You see, when you borrow money, you are more resourceful in managing that money because you know it doesn't belong to you. And guess what? In these days now, the bank also come in to follow you in managing that money that you have borrowed, because they want to see every line by line. They want to check, what are you doing with this money? When bankers come to you to help you with that, please don't resist. Let them join you and do it. Guess what? You are not paying them for anything on that. You already signed a loan agreement. The loan agreement stipulates the terms of the credit, the interest you will pay and all of that. So let them work with you. You are taking professional counsel from advisors that will help you manage this thing, and at the end you'll make more money. Number 7, think long term. Many of us are too short-term minded. Always thinking of what to wear, always thinking of what to eat, always thinking of where to. Yes, it is good to enjoy life. Yes, it is the body that works for it. Create time for it. Enjoy it. But please, my advice is this. Make sure that you are enjoying from your profits, not from your capital. Because if you are enjoying from your capital, it means that the principal will be reducing. The capital will be reducing. And it will be affecting your cash flow in terms of what is becoming. That is why one of the most difficult aspects of business is anything that erodes your capital. Try to avoid it, whether as an individual or as a business. Poor people think of today, tomorrow no more. If we die today, we will not die tomorrow. That's a very bad thought life. That kind of thinking is backwardness, and you need to come out of it. Begin to think generational. I want you to begin to think generational. How can I leave this world a better place? Just imagine if, I'm not blaming your forefathers, I'm not blaming those that were before you, but just imagine if you are privileged, your dad, your mother, your parents have done so well and gave you a platform that you had a better start of. Many of us are first generational thinkers, but we need to set the path for the next generation in a better way. Although the question also is, how prepared is the next generation? How prepared are they? I know that with prayer, with counseling, with support, the next generation will definitely be better than our generation. If you believe that, say amen. Praise God. Psalms 112 verse 2 say, a good man leaves inheritance for his children and his children's children. The rich and the poor, they think differently about money. Poor people always think of consumption. They must wear new clothes every Sunday. Who told you that somebody is looking at you? Who cares about what you wear? Their mind is in their problem. They're thinking of how they can survive. They don't care how you look. Sometimes when they say hi to you, you think they're happy with you? So please, you better come out of that, because your life is better than that. The rich mind saves first. They invest. They avoid bad debts. They build multiple income streams. The poor wants to eat everything now, today. The truth is this. Building wealth is not a luck. It's not by accident. It's not a coincidence. It is an intentional act. The question is, what are you doing today to guarantee your tomorrow? It doesn't matter where you are, whether you run a ministry, whether you run a family, whether you run a business, or you are working in a place earning a salary. If you can manage your resources effectively and you can invest, make sure you save, work on a budget. We'll be giving you more instructions, more things on how you can plan your budget, how you can manage your resources more effectively in other editions. Just make sure you subscribe to this channel. Have you been blessed by today's word? Subscribe, like, share. And I want you to write something in the comment today. I choose wealth habits from today. Go on, write on this platform, say, I choose wealth habits from today. God bless you. I wait to see you on the next edition. Bye for now.